And as the final blow was struck, the King of Shadows, the ancient guardian of Ilfarn, at last was laid to rest. But in his death throes, the power of Ilfarn was released, sending echoing blasts through the Fortress of Shadows. The walls were torn asunder, the stones crashing down upon the valiant heroes and their knight captain. They fled through the twisting corridors of darkness, but to no avail. The stones themselves crashed down around them, sealing them within the fortress. Leagues away, far from the Vale of Myrtleane, the soldiers of Crossroad Keep, still fresh from their battle against the King of Shadows, watched the shadows over the mere drain away into the skies. The victory was theirs, but as for their knight captain, there was no trace, except for the cloak that marked the captain as a knight of Neverwinter. Of the knight captain and the fortress of the enemy, there was nothing else left to mark their passing. And to this day, where they have gone is unknown. In the year following the war against the King of Shadows, Neverwinter quickly recovered, its city watch, Grey Cloaks, and even the many-starred cloaks gaining numerous new recruits. Emboldened by the actions of the Shardbearer, the ranks of the soldiers of Neverwinter swelled, becoming one of the strongest military units in the Sword Coast. This ended up being a boon for the City Watch Captain Brelena, who used her ties to the Shardbearer and Lord of Crossroad Keep to petition for a seat on the Council of Neverwinter. From there, she passed many successful political resolutions that improved diplomatic ties with Waterdeep and the Lord's Alliance. Luskan viewed the events to the south in Neverwinter with some disappointment, hoping that the war against the King of Shadows would weaken their southern neighbor long enough to force their intervention and control of Neverwinter and Crossroad Keep. When Neverwinter triumphed, their only victory was the return of their ambassador, Torio Claven, who after several years of service, revealed that she was an agent of Neverwinter, and her role had allowed her to arrest over a score of Luskan spies who had infiltrated her new home city. Bevel, led by the example of the Shardbearer, became a commander of the Greycloaks in time, finally finding the ability to lead and command. In the aftermath of the Second War of Shadow, he sought tirelessly for his fallen commander, convinced that the Lord of Crossroad Keep had survived. Shortly after the war, Dagon vanished. There were rumors of an elven ranger sighted throughout the lands of Faerun, still searching for the Shardbearer he had lost in battle against the King of Shadows. After the war, a few scattered survivors of West Harbor returned to their home, and with the persistence common to harbormen, slowly rebuilt their destroyed village. They still make their living at the edge of the mere, a testament to their strength and character. The farm of Chandra Jarrow was left abandoned for some time, yet it never fell into disrepair. During the harvest season, the people of Highcliff came to pay their respects to Chandra Jarrow, who was rumored to have fallen in battle against the King of Shadows. Crossroad Keep achieved a new prominence in the coming years after the Second War of Shadow. Bolstered by the example of the Shardbearer, the Lieutenant Kana took over the operations of the keep, and with Vidal in tow, helped restore peace to the region and turn it into a major trade route. Of the Gith Yankee and their Lich Queen, no more was heard. Driven from the Sword Coast by the Shardbearer, it seemed as if the hunters had retreated to their citadels on the astral plane. Even the wisest sages of Faerun know that whoever holds such a blade shall have a long journey ahead of them, both in the realms and beyond. But that is a tale for another time.